this was one of the most wet races I've ever raced on, with some close moments and some quite strange ones as well. So let's get right in. Okay, so coming out the pits, you can see how wet it is. It actually started raining just when we were going to get into the karts, so that was quite annoying. It was going to be dry, and then, you know, it's England, and here we are. Anyway, into the first corner. This is my first lap at the track, and as I get is what I would call a zero grip moment and go straight on and kissing the barrier there. That's one of the spots on the track which I just feel like just on the exit has zero grip. We're going to send it up the inside into here. And yeah, this is going to be an open session Daytona Sandown Park, and with some random people, so most of them are adults, obviously much heavier than me, which in the dry would mean that I'm much quicker than them, but in the wet, you could just see here, into corners, they slightly pull away. Obviously I just ended up inside here, but you might see later on that they're much better in the corners, but when you go to the straight or the race starts, I'll definitely pull away a lot. Down here into the first corner, just going to dive bomb it, down the inside. Now here, you see they pull away a bit into the corner, but then as I get a bit more traction, I start going back, and then again I hit the zero grip zone and they don't. But yeah, that's just the one thing, is they just spin out. Oh, unlucky there. It's quite easy to spin out on the track like this. And here there's someone else who spun out and they tried to ram into me. Interesting. I managed to avoid, but again, up the inside into the final corner. Here we are. Now let's just see a hot lap around the track, which I only had one through the whole qualifying session, so let's just see one down the front straight, reaching speeds around 40 miles an hour, braking around here, and then into the first corner, sliding through it, gaining grip at the last moment, and then getting a nice late apex into the corner. I don't know if it's the right line, but it's what worked out for me. I managed to slow down enough so I don't get the zero grip zone. I go a bit too wide there, trying to test out lines, but because I only had one hot lap, then I couldn't really experiment with anything else. Into this corner again, going a bit, trying to do what I would normally do as a wet line, which did kind of work out, but maybe not at this track. Around here, braking around at the kink, and then turning in. This was quite a good corner. I got this quite right, kind of a bit over the curb. Through here, I went a bit too deep, and after the corner, I don't really hit the apex, and I do hit another zero grip patch here where I just go sliding to the outside. Anyway, now into the final section of the track, into here, quite a hard braking zone, getting the cart turned in, down this corner, which is actually quite downhill. I won't show it on the video, but you can see it's quite slanted down. Now into the final corner, getting a nice line, and over the line to finish my lap. So now one more thing, if you ever think of a traffic jam, you probably think of, well, a lot of cars in a line, but you probably don't think of, well, half the grids in a qualifying session just trying to snake away. And this just shows the difference in ability of an open session. You've got people who are just going quite slowly, braking a bit early, then you've got some finding their way through just like me, and then yeah, so quite interesting. And actually there was some other people who had cameras in this session. Don't know if they're posted on YouTube or anything, but yeah, hey-ho. Now around this corner, you can see the curbs actually help a lot with the grip, and here I'm going very slightly. And anyway, the session ended nice. Only had a hot lap, but here we're gonna get ready. So one person goes through, that's pole position, then this guy goes for second, and then I'm here for third. So qualified third, yes. Not the best performance in an open session, but it's the best I could. Okay, we're gonna get underway. 4 lights, 5 lights, and that's a long start, and it's gonna go green eventually. And as predicted, we're gonna get a really good start up into second, and actually up into first before the first corner. So that was obviously gonna happen. But will we keep it into turn one? We're going to go send it into the corner. We don't get the best grip, and they're just going to nip up the inside. And again, I hit one of those zero grip zones where I literally have no grip, and I start going straight. And then I have to just tuck behind and wait for an overtake later on. And they did start pulling quite a big gap, as I said earlier, because of the grip. And they suddenly push a bit too hard on the brakes, and they spin out. That's unlucky, but we do take the lead of the race, as somehow there's someone here who's beached in the tyre barrier. Don't know how that has happened, but it has. But anyway, we're going to make some more overtakes on some back markers, sending it up the inside into this corner. And then you can see it's actually much quicker to take the inside line. You can see that the curb, I'm just gripping it around, and then I don't actually have the zero grip moment. And to hear there's someone spun out right there, I just have to narrowly avoid them, because if I actually push into that corner, I might have hit them, and that's not good. And into this corner. The person behind, they're trying to send it up the inside. I don't know if this is the guy who spun out earlier, but they obviously caught up, and now they're right on my tail, and they definitely want to get past. I think it might be them. But anyways, we go down the front straight. This person goes a bit slowly. I can't get past, so I'm kind of boxed in, so I have to just settle behind him. And into the first corner, we both missed our braking points, and well, let's just say I kind of used this guy as a brake. Thank you, very helpful. And we do manage to get back up the inside, and well, into first place. As we get a little bit of bump from behind, they're trying to squeeze their way through. A bit of contact there, but it's all clean, somewhat clean. Now, as this corner, I hit my zero grip patch, which obviously he doesn't get, and he's just going to get a much better run out of the corner. And into here, we're both locking up and drifting around the corner. The grip is just not the best. And here he goes. There's a bit of contact there, but it's all fine. Down the front straight. You can see the spur on my screen as he misses the corner again, and now he goes flying. And okay, if I had a 360 camera, we might have seen that better, but yeah, he kind of just went flying into the barrier. It's quite easy to do. It's quite a non-grippy corner. As here, someone spins out, and I don't really know what to do. Just went up the inside, and then round the final corner we go. So we've kept the lead, but you can see that someone's right behind us, and they've been staying there for pretty much the whole race. There's someone ahead here, goes spinning, and we almost hit them. That was a very close one. And around the final corner, again, they're right on my tail. So as here, oh god, I go through a splash, and that just kind of cleared the droplets off the screen. But into this corner, someone spins out on the straight, on the zero grip patch, let's call it. And then when I look behind, I can't really see the person behind anymore. So we're going to come round for the final corner. Well, not the final corner, but he's been hit. So he was just spun out normally. Now he's been hit again. So it might just be that he got hit. But we're going to go around the final corner for the last time to take the win here at Daytona Sandown Park open sprint race in the wet, which great race, definitely enjoyed it. I would definitely come back. It's a very fluid, fun track, and we're going to get led up to the back of the pit lane, I guess. And here's the podium celebration photo, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, if you stayed to the end, you've enjoyed it, so I hope you like and subscribe. And anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.